Hey guys, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to cover how to get the cheapest flights. We get so many messages about this. We decided to do a YouTube video, save you guys some time and just cover everything.
And hopefully some money as well. So grab yourself a cup of tea and you can actually sit down and, well, we're hoping that you can literally sit down and follow us on how to find cheap flights as well out of the UK. Or wherever you like. So, first thing.
Incognito mode is so important. Make sure you always switch your internet browser to private. This just blocks any cookies, any advertisement that's just going to sneak in. And basically what it does, it just bumps up the price. If you don't book it on the first time you visit that website, it's just going to make it a little bit more expensive on the second time round. We've experienced it a few times ourselves. It's really frustrating.
Just all you do when you go onto your normal internet browser, and if you don't know how to do it, just Google it. 'Cause sometimes I still have to remember what the shortcode is on my keyboard to do a private browsing mode. So you just open up an incognito browsing tab, basically.
It's quite easy on iPhones as well. You just go on private. That's when we're looking on our phones, that's just the easiest way to do it.
It's so effective and it's such a simple thing, but it's so important because, just an example, have you ever been on shopping online, any website at all, Amazon or whatever, and you go on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, 10 minutes later and it's on a flipping advert on your thing. Like, Christmas shopping this year is impossible, but because everybody just sees your adverts online of what you bought.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
So switch your internet browser to private mode and they won't be able to save your data, so they can't increase your flight price next time.
So second thing is the VPN you can use.
So you can download apps on your phone or you can just download software onto your computer, and VPNs basically change the location of what your laptop or device thinks they're in. So for instance, if you're trying to find flights to fly to Bali, for instance, you would change your VPN location to be in Indonesia or a country that is a bit poorer than England. And it just makes your flight prices just decimate. They are way cheaper if you buy them in poorer countries because the people there aren't likely to fly from London Heathrow to Bali, are they, really? So it's literally just changes your location. And it's such a simple thing, but it is really effective in getting long haul flights for cheap. And you mainly use it for long hauls. It doesn't really work for short haul, but long haul, it is very good tool. But for legal reasons, we definitely don't do this.
Tip number 2 is using a flight tracker. This can be Skyscanner or Google Flights. Sometimes we do use Kayak.
Sometimes it's not as good as Skyscanner or Google Flights. So I really like Google Flights. I think it's simpler, but Skyscanner is also amazing.
I mean, even I know how to use Google Flights, to be honest.
It's so simple. You type in your location, where you want to go, like any other kind of flight website that you want to go on, but it tells you the cheapest price on the cheapest day. So we always say that flying on a Tuesday and Wednesday is the cheapest day of the week to fly. Way cheaper than weekends or Fridays or Mondays. Tuesdays, definitely cheapest day to fly. Wednesdays on a par. So it will tell you the cheapest day to fly for your chosen dates, or you can do the whole month. So you can look at literally the whole month and pick the cheapest days to fly, which is it's so helpful.
Yeah.
You can also set up email alerts, so you found the flights that you want to go from this date to this date, you want to go from this airport to whatever airport, and you can set up your email alert so it will email you pretty much every day when the flights go up or down or stay steady, and it will tell you when to book. And we get about
a lot.
We get like 20 every single day.
I mean, that's only because we track a fair amount of flights.
We track a lot of flights.
Yeah.
A lot of flights, just for not necessarily locations that we're definitely going to go to, but locations that we want to go to, maybe. And we just look at
Just ones we're interested in, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's cheap, we're going to book it. I mean, that's our whole thing that we do. We want to go to every place cheap. So if it's cheap for that time, we're going to go there. We're going to do it.
And for instance, when we went to Malta last year,
yes,
them flights cost us €9.
Yes.
They were £18 return. Like, that is insane. And we use Google Flight Tracker, and I only tracked them for about a week.
Yeah.
I tracked them on the Monday before. We booked them the Monday after because they dropped. They were around £32 when we started looking at them. I thought, oh, that's so cheap. But you know what? I'm not too sure. I couldn't get the time off work either. And then by the next week, I'd managed to get all my shifts covered for that weekend. And the flights dropped to £18 return. And we were like, right, let's just book it.
Yeah.
Let's go. And we flew, I think, 2 days later.
Yeah, it was rude not to be honest.
It was too cheap not to.
Yeah.
So you can find such cheap flights if you use Flight Tracker. And Google Flight Tracker it just pings you a little email when the flights go really low and tells you when to book. And it's so helpful. We book all our flights with Google Flight Tracker and Skyscanner.
The other thing that also goes hand in hand with Google Flights and Skyscanner is being flexible as well. So usually, us being uni students, we can usually get away during the week. We can avoid those weekend days, especially now being online. It just makes it so much cheaper.
And you're online all the time, mostly, really, just from the course that you do. I'm not really online, and if my uni lecturer's watching, she's probably cringing in her seat right now, knowing how much I go away. But I do all my work online. But anyway, especially at the moment, you can work online if you need to, and we've just proved this year that you can work online pretty much all the time. But if you're flexible with your dates, and you don't go in April, Easter holidays, and you don't go in August, just avoid August. Just don't go away. Just any other month of the year.
Any other month, just avoid those. It's just so much more expensive.
It's so expensive.
So expensive.
We've only been away in August.
I think once.
And I think that was last year. We went on the 31st of August, and it was way more expensive than going on the 1st of September. It was ridiculous.
I think it was like an extra 20 or 30 quid.
Yeah, just for our flights, it was so much more expensive. Just avoid August. July isn't too bad. We went away in July this year.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was
okay. It was
cheap.
pretty good.
Yeah, but just be flexible. Avoid holidays. If you want to do a long weekend, like sometimes we are able to do, like we did Rome and Milan for a long weekend, that was quite cheap. Try Friday early mornings and Monday nights, because a lot of people don't want to fly really early mornings.
Yeah, that surprises me.
We like flying early morning because you can get on the plane, you can be on the beach by lunchtime.
Yeah, I mean, it just gives you a whole extra day.
Yeah.
So you fly early 6 o'clock. Granted, you got to wake up 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
We have done a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it. That's the important thing.
And I've done multiple times where I've gone snow skiing. We've got a 9:30 at night flight back. We've skied all day. We've been changing out of our salopettes in the car park and on the way to the airport, trying to shove all our ski stuff back into our ski bags. Just be flexible, avoid school holidays, and you can find such cheap flights. And if you're in England, you want to go away in Europe, whatever, check out Ryanair and EasyJet sale at the moment because they are so cheap at the moment. Just book up for next summer, 2021. EasyJet have released their flights until March 2022.
Yeah,
so you can book up, stock up.
Yeah, we've booked a couple.
We've stocked up for, I think we're up to December next year at the moment.
Yes, yeah. Not going. Are we going to all of them, or is it just wait and see what happens?
We're flight tracking most of them.
There we go.
Yeah.
So 3 tips. Make sure to go private browser modes. Really important. Use Google Flight Tracker, Skyscanner, and make sure you switch on those emails because that's what helps us. And be flexible. Try and be as much flexible as you can.
Yeah, and my number 1 top tip while travelling, book your flights direct with the airline. Do not book through second-hand travel agents. They're a flipping nightmare.
Yeah, we've had a few problems recently.
COVID related.
It's really not gone down well.
Just flights being cancelled, or even if you have a problem, they just do not want to help.
No.
Go straight to the airline. You're most likely to get upgraded as well. You're never going to get upgraded if you book through blimmin' go-to gates or whatever. Like, just book direct. It's so much easier. You get a direct refund if you have any problems. It will just solve a hassle of problem in the long run. Just book them direct. You may end up paying an extra £2-3 more. Save the money. I can't believe I said that. I'd normally pick the cheapest option, but no, just book direct.
Definitely.
Especially on long haul, book direct.
Definitely. We've also got a blog post as well. We've got a good little step-by-step process just to help you book these flights. Exactly what we've done in this video. So
you can literally sit down and work through it as well. I've got some links as well on there if you want, which is helpful. So hope you found this helpful.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Remember to like and subscribe below, and see you on the next video.